My name is Aiden Kindop and I'm from Keene, New Hampshire. After I leave URI, my goal is to apply to PhD programs in either chemical engineering or biomedical engineering, depending on the school and what they have to offer, likely in the field of targeted drug delivery or bioimaging or biosensing. In the lab, I work directly with single-walled carbon nanotubes. So that's the basis of our lab. So what you need to know on that is they fluoresce under lasers. So we have a special microscope that measures the fluorescence intensity. So if you can limit the exposure of the whole body to the chemotherapeutic, it can help with the recovery process and also just make more effective medications to treat diseases such as cancers. What I do is hands-on with the cell research. I've gotten to learn how to do cell culture, how to analyze data, and also prepare manuscripts. In my 3 years of doing research in the nanobioengineering lab, I've had one second author publication, and I'm currently in the middle of a first author publication, a co-first author publication with my grad student. So I've been able to form really strong bonds with current PhD students here at the University of Rhode Island. To me, a great university professor is one that shows dedication. The professors that I've had are all so passionate about not only their research, but seeing undergraduate students succeed. We have living learning communities, and the engineering living learning community was definitely integral to my success. They hold weekly study sessions for classes like calculus, physics, and chemistry. So I was able to utilize those resources my first year. For me, the real motivator is I want to help other people. My dad, that's a lesson that my dad taught me. He's a physical therapist, and his entire life goal is just to help other people. So he's a really smart guy. He probably could have done a more profitable type of job than being a physical therapist, but for him at the end of the day, being a good person and just helping other people was his big motivator. I know that there is no one cure to cancer. There have been so many steps towards better therapeutics, and I think that targeted drug delivery really is a promising one for the future.
My name is Camilla. I'm from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, and I am a 2023 Goldwater Scholar. And my plans after URI are to go and get my PhD in chemical engineering, where I can continue to do research for a living. I found out I was actually in the lab working. I had a whole day of experiments planned, and I kept looking at my phone because I knew the results would be out at 12. So I kept checking, and then all of a sudden I see Kathleen walking in the hallway, and a half hour before results were supposed to be out. So I got really scared. I thought, why is she coming here? Is she coming to give me bad news? But then she came in, and she told me, she gave me the news, and she gave me a big hug, it was great. The tuition award for Goldwater is substantial. You are automatically part of a network of people who are in different stages of their career, some of whom are already pretty successful, and they hold events, networking events. So I like research because I am in an environment where I'm always learning and always putting to use my analytical skills to solve really practical problems in the world. Here at URI, I'm part of the MarkU STAR program, which is an NIH-funded research training program, and I get to do research and get paid for it, but also we get really intensive training on just how to be a good researcher. And I have a non-traditional background. I'm a bit older than your traditional college student. I'm 5 years older than my classmates right now. Even though I'm older, I feel like we all just work really well and relate well to one another. People are very open here and open-minded. There's a lot of diversity of thought. Not just diversity, but there's a lot of people who think differently but also work well together. I feel like I can go to any professor and talk to them about anything, really. I will get good advice, I will get good mentorship, and I feel like they all really care. Really what defines people who make it is it's not really how smart they are, it's their character, it's how well they're able to just keep pushing through. taking advantage of every opportunity, even if you personally feel like you're not good enough, because that might not be true.
So my name is Jessica Yang. I'm currently a senior electrical engineering student, and after I graduate from URI, I'll be going to Stanford to get my master's in electrical engineering. I never thought I would end up doing research, but URI also gave me the chance to try it out and see if I liked it and see if a PhD or graduate study would interest me and as an undergraduate, and I thought that was really unique about URI. So one of the projects that I ended up being on was with EchoWare, which is a small startup company that came out of URI. And they wanted to make this new medical technology that's a brain monitor that incorporates FNIRS and EEGs, which is functional near-infrared spectroscopy and electroencephalography, which are really big words. But this is cutting-edge technology. Back at home, we had this big old dinosaur computer. It's one of those big boxes that are huge, and it actually broke. And my dad was like, well, we're getting a new computer. You guys, me and my older brother, he was like, you guys have at it. Do whatever you want with it, break it down. And I was like, I need to know what each of these things do. I would love to teach. I've always loved to help tutor. I worked at the Academic Enhancement Center here at URI. I like to inspire people because I'm one of 3 women graduating this year for electrical engineering, and we just need more women in STEM. I would just love to inspire people and help people.
Hallo, ik heiße Heather und ich komme aus Cranston, Rhode Island. I am a biomedical engineering, German, and math major. And after graduation, I will be going to Switzerland with the Fulbright Research Award. The Fulbright experience just fell in place with all my favorite passions in terms of combining my interests for engineering, math, biomedical research, and then also adding in an artificial intelligence component. Those passions would not have been possible to pursue without the International Engineering Program. Once I was in Germany and learned German and was in there and immersed in the cultural experience, I knew I wanted to go abroad again. The International Engineering Program is a 5-year dual degree program that allows me to have a degree in both an engineering major and also a language major. I was able to travel to Germany for a year, where the first 6 months I studied at an abroad institution, and the next 6 months I studied with a partnering internship company. And during that company experience, I was able to be on a team with over 10 different countries, and it really helped me learn about cross-cultural communication. My research at the University of Bern will include developing an AI module for a surgical device that can differentiate between healthy and unhealthy tissue. I am a student that comes from Rhode Island, and I went to Rhode Island High School, and I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity to come to University of Rhode Island that allowed me to expand upon all of my dreams and goals, and also achieve the things that I never thought were imaginable. They gave me opportunities both in my engineering experience to have hands-on practical lab work and my senior year capstone, and I also was able to have that year abroad and gain experience in a new country. And now I'm going on to my next adventure as a Fulbright participant, and I am feeling very fortunate that URI has given me all these opportunities to do so.
Hi, my name is Tiana Nagash. I'm from Providence, Rhode Island. I'm currently majoring in biomedical engineering here at URI with a math minor. Next year I plan on pursuing my PhD in chemical engineering at Purdue University. So the day I found out about Purdue, it was one of my days off. So I was just watching a movie and I saw an email notification on my phone. I had clicked on it, but I wasn't really sure what it was. And people were already hearing about colleges and everything, so I was nervous. But when I saw it, it said congratulations, and I thought it was fake. So it took me a second to process what was going on, and then I screamed. I was ecstatic. I got up immediately, I called my dad, and I told him. We were both on the phone, screaming happy. One of the best things about URI is that it's smaller, meaning that you actually get to know your professors a lot better. And because of this, they're going to give you opportunities to advance your career. The small size is an advantage here at URI because you get to learn a lot about your professors and they learn a lot about you. When I first joined the lab, I was actually questioning my decision to be an engineer. Being able to physically do it and not just learn about it was something that I really loved. I'm interested in cancer research because this is just something that I've thought about for a long time. Back in elementary school, one of my friends had cancer, and a few years back my uncle actually passed away from cancer. So being able to help people and find solutions for such a terrible condition would really mean a lot to me and for my family as well.
My name is Caroline Dowling. I'm a senior mechanical engineering student and I'm moving on to get my PhD at WPI. When I went to WPI, they basically rolled out the red carpet for me. I was so excited to go there, and the PI was equally as excited to have me come. I'm someone that's worked for most of my entire undergraduate experience. I've worked full-time each summer and then part-time throughout the academic year. NSF invests in people to go to grad school because they want to promote research. They want the great minds that are in the academic level to show their perspective and what they can do. I'm one of the recipients, and now I get to go to graduate school for zero cost. This year we were assigned our projects, and I was very intimidated to receive the NASA capstone project. I had no experience in nuclear energy at all, and going into this project I was very inexperienced. This singular element that we had to do was just one fuel cell in an engine, see if we could prove the concept, and we did. Capstone project consisted of top engineering students who don't like to fail and who want to do the best they can possibly do at all times. They are truly the smartest students I've ever come across, the best team I've ever worked with, and presenting on that last day was really rewarding. It doesn't matter if you see yourself as more of the analytical and technical person or the creative one. In engineering, you're always working in a team, and there will always be room for both. In my time at URI, I was heavily involved in SWE, or the Society of Women Engineers. I found this to be the most rewarding organization to be a part of, just a bunch of women who are passionate about engineering to come together and not just talk about engineering, but actually do social events and spend time together like Thanksgiving or go to the beach or get ice cream. That to me was the most rewarding thing. I want to be a professor after I graduate with my PhD because I believe that I've had some fantastic professors, not just here at URI, but also in high school, and I want to do what they did for me to other students. At URI, you can absolutely go on to do great things. It's about the effort and the work and the motivation that you have. If you have the passion and you want to learn and you want to go farther, you can absolutely do that here at URI.